So this is what we have done yesterday. So right, this is what we have done yesterday. A weather app which will ask the city name. So here if I'm typing Hyderabad or any other location, so it is getting typed here directly. So we don't want this thing. We want that whenever you are clicking on check weather, at that time it should be visible. So for that, we will change the typescript file. So here it is having city. Okay, so we will declare one more city, means one more variable, that d city means dynamic city. And in our HTML, we will render the d city. So now if you are writing some value here, it is not going to set here. But if I'm clicking on check weather, at that time, I want this. For that, we should attach one event to this button, and I will attach a click event, and it will call check weather. It will call a function as check weather. Now we should define this function in TypeScript. So go back to TypeScript and define this function check weather. Now the first thing that this check weather will do, this dot d city equals to this dot city, so that you can set the value in d city. It will be visible here. So here if I'm writing Hyderabad, so click on check weather, here Hyderabad is coming. Okay, Hyderabad is coming. Second thing is we want to fetch the data now. Data of weather. Data of weather. For that, yesterday also I told you a website, that is weatherapi.com. You can go to this website, create your account and find the corresponding API link. So this is my API key, and go to the API documentation. From there, we'll copy the base URL. So this is the base URL. We'll copy it. After that, we want to fetch the current data. So current.json. Then we need to pass the parameters. So I will give question mark and I will write key equals to my key, and q equals to the location. So here location is going to set as Guntur. So it will tell the current temperature there, temp underscore C. Now we will try to do the same thing in our TypeScript, where whenever you are clicking on this button, check weather. So I will fetch this API in this function of check weather. Means whenever you are clicking on check weather, it will fetch the API. Okay, it will fetch the API. For fetching the API, if you have worked with it, The keyword that we use here is fetch. What keyword we use? Fetch. So I will write fetch and that link you need to give. So I will copy this link and paste it. So you will see that entire link in the same way, current.json question mark key equals to, it is my key. You have to keep your key here and q equals to Guntur, right? Q equals to Guntur. Whenever you are fetching the data from an API, so this data is coming in this way. In this format, data is coming, and this is called JSON parsing, JavaScript object notation. So after fetching the data, in the next line, you need to keep dot then. Dot then means after fetch, what you need to do. So like this is a sentence we say, at first I will go to market, then I will buy fruits. Then means at first I will go to market, then I will buy fruit. So here you are saying fetch this API, then what you need to do. So this API will give you a response. So here a response is coming in this format. So here also this API will give you a response. So this API is giving you a response. You need to write this response in a format. That format name is JSON. So response arrow functions response dot JSON means you will convert this data in JSON, readable data. So your API has fetched the data, you have converted it. Now you can use this data. For that, again dot then. So understand these three things in a way that at first I will go to a market, then I will buy apple, then I will eat it. Same execution is going on here. At first you are going to a location from where you will do the things. In the second one, you are trying to purchase the product, and third time you are using it. So this time data is coming and this data will be performing the arrow function. So simply I am printing this data to console. So simply I will write console.log data. So directly I am printing the data. Function is done. Function is done. Go back to your app. I'll refresh it, inspect, console, and I will remove everything from here. Now if I'm clicking on check weather, so you will see that something is coming to console because you are printing it to console. So if you expand it location, so here also location name Guntur, religion Andhra Pradesh. Location region Andhra Pradesh, name Guntur. So location is coming. One more thing is coming here, that is called current. Current means latest. In this current section, you will see that everything is visible. Dew point, dew point feels like temperature. And if you see here, temp underscore C, 27.2 temperature in Guntur. Temperature in Fahrenheit is 81. Wind is blowing at the speed of 11.2 kilometer per hour. Everything is coming. That's fine. Again, run the check weather and check. Again, it is returning the temperature of Guntur only. Why? Refresh the page. Click here. Means it is not even asking you city. Directly it is printing the temperature of something. Because if you check the link, in the link you have hard coded the value of city. Q equals to Guntur. And we are not changing it. We are not changing it. How we can change it? This is a string. If we want to change some value inside a string, what we use? What we use? Backtick for that, right? Backtick. Are you know this thing or not? Okay, let me tell you. I have declared let name equals to Shivam. I have declared name equals to Shivam. And then I am declaring a string console.log my name is, let's say, Ram. If you are printing it every time, it will print my name is Ram, my name is Ram, and I want to print that my name is Shivam instead of this Ram. So if you are writing that my name is name, means if you are giving the reference of this variable, what it will print? My name is name, right? It will print my name is name. There is one option that we can write it in this way, that my name is plus name. In this way we can write. So it will print my name is Shivam. But here, whenever you are parsing the API, it doesn't take because it's a URL. Means inside this quotes only you need to write. For that, we make use of backtick. And backtick is a symbol which will be available below your escape button. This is your backtick. Okay? Visible? Visible? This is your backtick below the escape button. So what this backtick will do, it will parse your string. So here I will write my name is, if you want to give a variable name inside the string, so you can keep dollar and curly brackets. Now, if you are writing dollar and curly brackets, it will take the variable name. So variable name is name, and it will print my name is Shivam. It will print, maybe server is, my name is Shivam. Here, if name is changing, so it will also change, right? Changing. So this is the benefit of using backtick to write string. See, we can write our string in three different ways: double quotes, single quotes, and backtick. And backtick is used for this purpose. If you are writing this string in double quotes, so it won't work. The output will be my name is dollar name. If you are writing this string in single quotes, single quotes and double quote will treat it as a message instead of a value, right? Whenever you are writing some expression, means variable names or some other thing, so you can write in the backtick. It's a string only, but it will take it as a variable name. Same thing we will write there also. So I will change this single quote to backtick. So both of the place backtick has changed. And instead of writing the Guntur in this way, I will remove and I will say Q equals to, at first, if you want to pass value, you need to keep dollar and then curly brackets. Now you can provide the D city details or city details inside this. Or D city you can provide. But D city is in the class, so you need to write this dot D city. This dot D city. Now whatever city you are writing in input box, it will show the temperature of that particular location. Shall we check it? So go to console and here let me write Hyderabad. So click on check weather. This time temperature is coming for Hyderabad region, Telangana. Remove it. I will write some other location. Uh, let's say Aligarh. This is my native district. So temperature is coming for Aligarh now, Aligarh, Uttar Pradesh. Let's check for Bangalore. So, okay, for Bangalore, it's a error. It's not Bangalore actually, it's Bangalore now. So we have to write that. Again, means spelling is wrong for Bangalore. अरे वो if spelling is wrong, it will not show you the data. So make sure that spelling is correct. So now it is showing the data for Bengaluru and Karnataka. Let's check for Akola. So this is coming. Akola is in Maharashtra. It's coming. So yes, whatever thing you have means we are printing it to console. We will print the data in our page also, but we are just testing it by printing it to console. Means data is coming. We will print it to our page also, and we will print it in a good way, right? Here, as this is a free API, so you cannot write the small locations name. So if I am writing here Amirpet, it will not show anything because district is Hyderabad. So it can show you the temperature of your district, not your towns or your villages, right? There are very less chances that it will show the temperature of your village, right? Not at all. Because this is a free API. There are some paid APIs who will show the temperature of your home also if you want to know. But as we are building it for development purpose, so no need. Okay. So this is what we are doing. And foreign temperature also you can check. Let's say I'm checking for Sydney, and Sydney is in Australia, by the way. So you will see that Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, Sydney. So yes, temperature is coming. But where is the temperature here? For that you can go to current temp underscore C. This one. 26.2 Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, we will make one change here. Let's go to console and check how data is coming to you. So this is the data. Yeah, right? This is the data. Or let me write check weather. This is the data you are getting. In this data, first where you are going? To the which field you are going? Current. So data dot current. And in current, if you want to check the temperature, the name is temp underscore C. So I will change my console and I will write data dot current dot temp underscore C. And let's check what it will print now. So here I will write Hyderabad 32.3 means this time it is only printing the temperature in Celsius because from your console you have written the command. Now this temperature we will write in our page 32.3 degrees Celsius, right? This temperature we will write. Second thing, let's check for other location. Let's say any other city name, tell me here nearby. Let's say Warangal. If you want to check for Warangal, it is 30.6. So yes, this time temperature in Celsius is coming. Vijayawada, let's check for Vijayawada. Spelling is wrong, I think. Vijayawada, 27.2. So yes, it's coming, right? We will just print this data on our screen instead of console. So whatever value you want to use from this particular API, just print that value. Okay. So yes, in our page after this city, I will write h1, and here I will write temp underscore c. Means in this h1, I will render the value of temperature underscore c. For that, we should declare one field. So let's declare a field temp underscore c. And I am saying that it will be a string. And now it is empty. So here we are getting the data console.log. Do one thing, instead of printing this data to console, set this value to this variable temp underscore c. So I will write this dot temp underscore c equals to data dot current dot temp underscore c. Here the temperature is available in Celsius. Plus I will add one string also, Celsius, or simple C I will add degree Celsius, like that. And in starting also I will add one string, that temperature colon. So let's check now. Here temperature is 32.3 Celsius, right? If you want to keep the degree also, you can keep that icon, right? If you want to keep that, you can keep. Let's check for other locations. So for Guntur, the temperature is 29.1 degree Celsius, right? It's coming. It's coming, right? Now, okay, let's check for Vizag. It's not a big deal. Now you can check temperature for any particular location. It's 27.3. Temperature is coming. After temperature, I want to display what is the current wind speed. What is the current wind speed? For that, again, you should check that how it is come, means how wind speed will come. For that, print the data to console first. So console.log data. I will print this data to console at first. So write a location here, check weather. So in the current section, so you have to put data dot current and check the name is wind underscore kph. Means wind is blowing at a speed of 12.2 kilometer per hour. How you will find it? Data dot current dot wind underscore kph. So what I will do in my HTML, at first I will write a h1 and I will render the value of wind. Go to typescript. First you need to declare this field wind underscore string, and empty string it is. After setting the temperature, I will set this dot wind equals to, here we need to write wind speed colon string close plus data dot current dot wind underscore kph plus kilometer per hour, right? So we are expecting that our application will print the temperature in Celsius as well as the wind speed. So temperature is 31.3 degrees Celsius and wind speed is 12.2 kilometer per hour. Check for other locations. So 9.4 kilometer per hour. Gaurav, you should wait. I think I haven't stopped building this app. So it's coming H1, H2. So instead of writing these in H1, I think we should write them in some smaller tag. So H3, let's say. Yes, YZAG. So we can print this YZAG also in some different way, but as of now it's fine. So temperature we are getting, wind speed we are getting, and humidity. So go back to console and check how humidity is coming. So this is was the data dot current dot humidity, data dot current dot humidity. So again I will declare one H3 here, and I will name this H3 as humidity. Go to app component. First we need to declare humidity here. It will be in a string, and by default value is empty. And here you are setting the temperature, wind speed same way. This dot humidity equals to data dot current dot humidity, and plus you can add percent because humidity comes in percent, that 56%, 46%, something like that. So write the location name. Every time I am writing Hyderabad, so don't think that there is some logic in Hyderabad. You can write any other location. So let's say Delhi, I will write check weather. So Delhi's temperature is coming as wrong, right? This is not minus 6.9. So we should check for New Delhi. This time this temperature is correct. Okay. So New Delhi temperature is 16 degrees Celsius, wind speed is 10, humidity is okay. So humidity should be printed as humidity colon. So we'll go to typescript and here we will write humidity colon space plus, that's it. Let's search for Jaipur. 22.4 wind speed and humidity. So yes, it is coming. That's it. Right? It's coming. If you want to design this in a different way, you can design it now. Right? Bhubaneswar. Okay, let's try to check for Bhubaneswar. First, we should check the right spelling. Otherwise, it will throw error. So the temperature of Bhubaneswar is 29. So as this is free API, it will show you the result of some previous hours, generally 1 hour back, because they don't update the data too frequent. They are saying on the website that we are updating the data every 15 minutes. So this temperature is for a past 15 minutes. So the current temperature is 29 degrees Celsius and our time is 11. So let's say 12 is our time. So it is showing us the data of around 11:40 to 11:45. It is the basic thing. So Beijing temperature is minus 0.8. I think it's correct only. Because winters are going on there. So yes, here it is showing -1 and our app is showing minus 0.8. Means exactly correct only. It's around 1. So it's correct. And it shows correct temperature. Don't worry. If it was wrong, I wouldn't have teach you this. Don't worry. Shanghai, array, we are not going to foreign travel now. Talk about India, guys. So that's how you create a weather app and which will be showing you the real data as well. Bihar, UP. Yeah, I checked for Aligarh, UP. Let's check for Patna. So 25.4. Right. Array, we like you can build this application and check in your system now. Okay. So here we are developing this application, and one more thing, it's not responsive. So we will check that its height width. You can design it in your own way. If you want to use some background picture instead of this background color, you can use that. I have just written it for your training purpose. Okay. But this was the thing whenever we are trying to fetch the data. But yesterday we were discussing about some service, right? But here everything we have written in app.ts file only. Why we are not writing these things in our particular service? And what is the issue here? Like if I'm writing the same thing here, what's the issue? So go back to your console and open it. This, refresh the page as well. I will write a city here, and the font color for input box I will keep as black. And again, I'm saying that designing is all up to you. When I'm hitting the weather, you will see that value will get update in this particular section, and remove that printing the data to console means we will not print our API to console, because you should not print the data to console. User will can see it. So this time our console is clear, nothing is in console, and write some value. Whenever your APIs are open, whenever your APIs are open, they can be stolen. They can be stolen. It means that your locker key is stolen by someone else. So you can check the consequences. The person can downgrade the image, he can steal everything from your website. So generally you have to write this API in a secure format, right? So whatever you are doing here in this check weather function, whatever you are doing, just do this thing in the service. For that, what we are going to do, this is a service, and currently there is a weather service, right? There is a weather service. First thing, it is having a function as check weather. It is having a function as check weather. And this function will take one city value, because it will take city value and city will be in string. After that, I'll go to TS, and whatever thing I'm doing inside this function, I'll copy and I will paste inside the services in this way, right? And whatever field you are having, D city, city, temp C, this, in this way, you need to write these things. So I will declare one field here. So I will say D city, and it is in string. its initial value is, then you need to declare a city, its value is string. And when it comes to here, when it is coming to here, you will see that this particular part is giving error. This particular part is throwing error. So let me remove entire section. At first in the service, I am just fetching the weather. Go to your AppTS. The entire check weather function I will remove. I am removing the entire check weather function. So it will not check the weather now. But whenever you are removing the code, make sure that you have pasted it at some location to just to save it. Otherwise, you have to spend 15 days to write the code. Personal experience. Okay. So what we have done is we have removed that check weather code from here. Same code is working in this particular service. So we should include our service here. For that, we will import the weather service, right? Here we are importing the weather service. Or if you want to take a minute pause here, because just now we completed the API. So take a 1 minute gap and then we will talk about services. Okay, one more thing that we left in the temperature only, and that's an interesting one. So what I will do, I will keep this check weather function again. Whenever you are running this thing and checking the temperature, it returns these things, but it returns one more thing also. And that more thing is go to inspect console. Okay, we are not printing the data to console. So whenever this API is returning you the data, it returns you something else also. Go to console, then data, then current, then go to this condition section. In this condition, you will get icon. You are getting something as icon. So this is the current icon also of weather. If it's a sunny day, sun icon will come. If it is raining, rain icon will come automatically. For that, what we will do in app.html, after this city, I will write one image, and image src is equals to expression. I will write image, right? Means in case of double quotes, I am writing src equals to image. Now declare this image here, image, which will be in string, and default value is empty. So here you are setting everything, just set the image also. So I will say this dot image is equals to data dot current dot condition dot icon, because icon is available in here. Let's check now. So go to code, refresh. So you will see that sun icon is coming here. But when, because in Hyderabad it's a sunny day. Sunny day means sun is rising at its peak. Let's check Beijing, because if the temperature is in minus there, we will be expecting something cloudy weather. Yes, it is cloudy. And I think in Chicago this time it will be night. I'm just guessing because it's in America, Chicago. So yes, it's night there. with clouds. If it is clean night, only the moon icon will come. If it's a cloudy weather, clouds will come. If it is raining, rain will come. So in India, everywhere I think it will be Shanghai. Not normal actually. So in Shanghai, it's raining. So rain icon is coming, right? These are the basic features that you can get. And along with this basic feature, you can check the chance of rain as well as next 7 days forecast also, that what will be the temperature for next 7 days. But for that you need to fetch this done forecast.json. If you want to check the future data, you need to fetch forecast Kashmir. Okay, let's check for Kashmir. For Kashmir, it's day now. Generally, Kashmir is having some part. So, in that, Ladakh is there, Srinagar is there, and some other part there which have complete snowfalls. Srinagar. So, it's raining as well as cloud. Temperature is 8. Yes, temperature is fine. But you can do it now. I was just showing you the icon thing. That icon will also come. Now you can take a pause. After that, we will discuss service. So I will keep the check weather code outside for its safety. Now you can take a pause and then we will start services. Okay, so let's start the service section now. What we want is whatever things we are doing in this particular component, we will do all of these things inside services section, right? So we have written a function as check weather, and I am saying that it is taking one input as city and then writing the values in this way. After that, okay, so you can keep city here or d city city, anything you can keep. So dot, then you have converted the response to the JSON format. Same thing again, dot, then, and this time you will accept a data. After that, you will try to do something with that data, and I'm doing the same thing. Console.log data. I am printing that data to console, right? We are printing that data to console. Where? In the services section. In the services section. Now go to your app component.ts, and here at first I will create a constructor. In constructor I will write private weather, and weather's type will be weather service. Weather's type will be weather service, and this constructor will not do anything. After that, I will just call the method of that class. So here I will create a function name. You can create data, right? I'm creating a, let's say, any function, location. So here let me remove this dot city, because this dot city means it will take the value from class, not from the constructor. So you can remove, and here let's refresh. We'll write the HYD, go to console, and this time again we are able to fetch the data of it, right? Again it is returning the same data. Where it is returning the same data? In the constructor of service, not in the main file. Let's try to set the temperature. We will try to set the temperature. In app.component, things are available here. Means this function is executing this thing. So if you want to hold this data somewhere, let's say let data equals to, means you have stored the data here, right? You have stored the data here. After that, same thing you need to do. So temp underscore c. So I will write this dot temp underscore c equals to temperature colon space data dot current dot temp underscore c. But here, what is this current? It will say that current does not exist here. Means the current value does not exist here. Means it is trying to fetch this check weather. This check weather, it's a normal function. We need to convert it to a type. What type? Whenever you are working on APIs, what is the type of function? Whenever you are working on API, what is the type of function? Arey, answer it. It's from JavaScript, right? That what whenever you are working on your APIs, what your function will return. If I'm saying that this function will try to return the JSON data, means it will not return the JSON data, right? Because you are already parsing that data. You are already parsing that data. So instead of doing this dot temp see here, can we do this in the component only of weather? So after printing the data to console, it will try to set the temperature in Celsius. For that, we should declare temp underscore C here as well. So it will be in a string and that's it. Right? We are doing it in this way. Go to app component and directly I will execute weather function. Go to browser, refresh, write the city here, HYD, check weather, and you will see that weather is getting printed here. Weather is getting printed here, but not in the web page. But what I want, this weather should be getting printed to web page. Now here we are going to use the logics of services. Here we are going to use the logic of services. For that, we are making one change here. And the change is first we should deploy this application and give it to you. Right? So find this one. Function is check weather here. Because first you do one thing, build a weather application. After building, normally deploy it. Then we will do it with services. Okay. So we'll do it on Monday now. We are deploying it. What is the difference between component, directive and services? After having these many classes from Angular, if you are asking me this question, I think you were not attentive at that time. But anyways, component is a page. Directives are the kind of method that you will use and services are the classes which will be reusable. Component is an entire page. Directive is not a page. Classes are services are not the HTML page. So we'll import it. And if you are using this source code, no issue. But instead of here means my API key is written here, right? This one key equals to you write your API key. Okay, it's free. So create your account and use it so that you can understand the API creation and all other things. So let's check the project. So project has been deployed to the GitHub. Now we will build the project for on a link. So we will use Vercel for that. So there was some deployment error, so we are just fixing it and then we'll check. So yes, deployment is also done. Now you can type this link in your mobile and check. Type the exact thing in your mobile and check if it is working, and check the responsiveness also.